Whenever you're starting Rec Room inside this new update, you might notice that you might have a new companion if you have Rec Room Plus. ROOMIE! You now have ROOMIE inside of Rec Room, and he's now available as a Rec Room Plus feature. ROOMIE is a little bit different than how he used to be inside the actual builds, and I'll basically go over a few things that are kind of new that I've seen with ROOMIE. So now that we have this new ROOMIE, he kind of has like this little trail that will follow behind him whenever you actually move him around and stuff. He also has this falling animation too, if you just like it better to see. You guys can see he kind of like loses his balance, he kind of shakes himself up. And yeah, I noticed there's a few more animations than there normally is with ROOMIE, and the weird thing is that ROOMIE actually has a UI of his own. Now, inside of screen mode, you can press F to open up his UI and stuff like that, or inside of VR, at least to my knowledge, I don't know how to open up his actual UI, unfortunately. You can kind of hold ROOMIE like this, and it'll be able to open up his UI. You can then place it down with one of your actual face controller buttons, and then you can customize his settings like this. Give you guys just a basic recap of what was inside ROOMIE's settings. You guys will see all of these. First of all, you can name your ROOMIE. There will also be colors that it'll show you, and all you need to do is ask ROOMIE to change those colors. You also notice when he talks, his eyes shine a little bit too. Can you turn your body color blue? As you guys can see, you can make him change colors just like that. There's also two different types of audios. Type 1, he is more of like a girl, I should say. He has a more feminine tone and he's pretty cool. But 2, he's a little more brutish and he's a little bit more masculine. You can also adjust the ROOMIE's volume of your own and other ROOMIE's as well. And you can allow other players to either hear or not hear your ROOMIE as well. You can also give them custom instructions, telling them to act a certain way or do certain things a certain way, etc., etc. So if I wanted him to talk about root beer after every single time he talks, he would go on and on about root beer. There's also this listen on focus setting as well, where ROOMIE will automatically mute after a few seconds of inactivity, and all you need to do is just wave your hand around him to actually wake him up. And ROOMIE will actually remember your conversations as well if you want him to or not. To be honest with you, ROOMIE can do a lot of things. He can invite friends, he can also give you food and spawn in food, not to mention change your actual avatar items and stuff like that, and can also just act as your personal assistant. You can ask him questions and stuff like that, and he'll give you answers. When you have that setting on where you have it mute, ROOMIE will have this little mute icon next to his little thing now, so you know that he's no longer listening to you. Just figure this out right now. Pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. Also, I should also mention there's new animations and stuff. He like waves now, he'll look side to side, and he has a falling animation. There's probably more out there, and of course, if you find any, please send me a video. It's pretty cool, and I really do like this Rec Room Plus feature a lot, and I saw a lot of discourse about people not liking the fact that ROOMIE was actually Rec Room Plus, but Rec Room needs more money now. They said it themselves, and these sorts of things and features that they add to the game are probably most likely going to be locked behind that premium subscription. If you do end up getting Rec Room Plus because you want ROOMIE or you want one of the actual features it gives you, then of course, totally use my code. Shameless self-plug aside, that's pretty much it for all the ROOMIE shenanigans. We have a Rec Room update, a few announcements, and just some general Rec Room news that's been happening over the few days. So of course, let's get into everything. So pretty recently, we received this Rec Room update called the Welcome ROOMIE Edition. TLDR, ROOMIE has arrived! Your brand new robo-buddy is here to roam the ROOMIEverse with you, exclusive to Rec Room Plus. Maker AI can now generate circuits that make other objects in the room spawnable in hierarchies, plus wire them together, and they added a push-to-talk settings for Maker AI so that you can toggle between talking with friends and friends plus AI. For its circuits, they added a turn speed multiplier to Rec Room object move in direction and Rec Room object move toward point chips. The move chip now respects the motion of moving platforms because we forced it to press F. They also fixed a bug where the isValid chip would not correctly output false for invalid audio and studio audio constants and audio object properties. A new Rec Room object get all type with tag node allows you to get all tagged objects in the room of a particular type, and when event and a message senders execute the receivers, they will not execute all receivers even if one errors, and will continue to execute their execution output, and error information will still be properly surfaced and visible for every error that occurs. When it comes to general improvements and bug fixes, it appears ROOMIE has arrived! As part of Rec Room Plus, you can explore, chat, customize with ROOMIE anywhere in the ROOMIEverse. Try asking ROOMIE for tips and tricks in your favorite room, or for help changing up your style. Maker AI can now generate circuits which make other objects in the room spawnable in hierarchies and wire them together. For example, in the room with the basketball on a button, you can select the button and ask Maker AI to make this spawn basketballs when I press it. Added Maker AI push-to-talk settings for everyone or everyone plus AI, and fixed the bug where you can no longer turn off and on show your torso in the bean options. Players inside of Upgraded Bean will just basically always see their torso, and you're not always supposed to see your torso if you don't want to. And lastly, the inventions in the This Room carousel and the Maker Pen now automatically update with the inventions added or removed from the room. With experiments, they added a direction navigation prototype for Mobile Maker UI, and you'll be able to navigate between toolbar items with the left and right bumpers on gamepad or Q and E on a keyboard. And that was all for this main update, but something weird had happened. 17 minutes after this update came out, this ... person had left this announcement saying, "Transparent silent break-in and broadcast. Rec Room update, errant perimeter. Full Strength Ego Edition." TLDR, they assigned each cat a keyboard and the mouse called Coach a dorm room of their very own with a very heavy door and extra sturdy lock. Also, your ego potions have been altered. Enjoy. Now I'm looking over this update and the community is saying a few things that I should note right here in this video. When people figure out what, specifically was altered, if it's the size or anything like that of the ego potion, I'll let you guys see right here. Other than what's inside this new update, we also had a new plant item as well. If you go to press it, you'll now see this gold royal cape you can now get. Be here for 13 more hours, and it's 1.2 instead of 1.4. What are your guys' thoughts? And honestly, it could be better. Rec Room's also recently announced that tomorrow, Tuesday, June 17th, they'll be hosting a small Q&A in the Creator Hub Discord for all things contest related. So if you have any questions about this new contest in Rec Room, then you can ask them inside this new creative AMA that will be happening on June 17th. Eden the Apple will be able to talk with you all there and talk about everything from Rooms 2 bugs to deadlines and common questions. And she hopes to see you all there. Other than this new announcement from Rec Room, we also had a few weird things. Seems like this camera light bug is coming back to Rec Room apparently. Players have been noticing that they're starting to see the lens flare on the cameras now, and it used to be an old bug way back then, and we haven't had it in a while, but players are getting it again. Let me know if you've received this lens flare recently. Now to go back to last week's update, just real quick, if you're wondering what exactly that referee update was that Rec Room decided to add, well apparently, they removed some things that were causing crashes and 2 seconds of boot up time. Average, usually, but your mileage may vary. They're also detecting more variants of a cheat engine, and the bad guys are always creating more, but that's a win that won't hold. And if you want to have a classic bean face inside of Rec Room, well, that's possible too. There's actually a preset in which you can use to actually make a classic bean face in Rec Room even now. Here are the images, and good luck with that. Also, Rec Room gave players that were participating in this recent contest this strange gift box, and it went on to say this: "Thanks for dressing up to play with others in Gorilla. Thanks for dressing up to play with others in Golden Trophy. You looked great," and they get this taiyaki. And there's this weird visual bug that players are getting now. It's this weird bug that distorts your camera, and usually players are on quests when this is happening. Essentially, in simple terms, your camera is being used as a skybox view when this happens. It happens in any Rooms 2.0 room with the Rec Room Studio skybox when the latest update has happened. This isn't fixed in this recent update, and it's a weird bug. Also, if you're customizing your character in Rec Room and look at your character after you're done customizing and realize, wait, why did my character disappear, or why are some of my items not showing? Well, it's because Rec Room is actually currently downloading those items. The items are no longer present in the game. They're only downloaded whenever needed and whenever you select them and stuff. So if your character is invisible or some parts of your character are invisible, then it's because your outfit is currently downloading. I'm just walking in. Oh my, wow. I didn't notice you guys were inside the same rec center as mine. Small world, right? Oh wait, you're following me again. Ugh. Anyways, if you guys didn't know already, I have channel memberships. People give me money every single month. I give them perks every single month. Shoutouts and sneak peeks, all sorts of stuff. And if we both, me and you, decide to look down at the description, it's my video. Massive shout out to my memberships. Massive shout out to names enlisted: Word, Misha, Astro Boy, Radio Miku, Shoida Says, Leafy, Grape, Yoda, Fiery, Ice VR, Rec Room Rover, FNAF Lover, Assassin Combative, TK Cop, Fuse Red, Hey Ray VR, Severity Blur, Erico VR, FMR Games, Sup, Big Slug, Iron Guy, On Dog, Kiwi, Mr. RFY, Fire God 82, Captain Kenny, Gray Default, G Milkman, Giachi, Kick and Noodle, Sebastian Solis, your local and enjoyer, Not the Pup, Kobe Fan 76, Tom's, Cam VR, Cam, Dex Storms, Nico Nolan, The Dragon Boy, Garlic Bread, It's Pretty RR, Dozer, BB, Birdie Now, Raphael, Netflix 9, and of course, Box David. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. And I mean, yeah, man, that's really all the news. We had this major ROOMIE update that players can access yet, and this weird, strange update to ego potions as well. I have no idea what's going on in this new update, I'm not gonna lie. Some new stuff I wasn't expecting. But let me know your guys' thoughts down inside the comments below. And I just want to say thank you for supporting me and watching all my videos. I'll be making more Rec Room content for as long as I live. And of course, people, I'll catch you guys inside the next one. Subscribe and like, I know you did it.